Hello, my name is Alycia Trakas. I am an education consultant for the Bureau of Special Education, BSC, in the Connecticut State Department of Education, CSDE. I am so happy that you are able to join me today to hear more about CSDE, BSE, and secondary transition resources during the COVID-19 pandemic. I hope you and your loved ones are well during this difficult and challenging time. Throughout this time, please know that the State Department of Education has been working to support educators and families as we navigate a situation that we have never experienced before in our lifetime. I am honored to represent the BSC under the leadership of Brian Klimkowitz, Special Education Division Director. The Bureau's mission is to provide leadership to ensure that students with disabilities receive a free, appropriate public education, FAPE, that prepares them for college or training, employment, independent living, and community participation, and to ensure compliance with state and federal special education laws and regulations. The goals of this session are to provide you with an overview of CSDE and BSE COVID-19 resources, as well as to provide you an overview of the resource list, secondary transition resources during the COVID-19 pandemic, which includes activities and resources related to providing continued educational opportunities and the provision of transition services during this unprecedented time. It is important for you to know that information and health conditions within our state are changing rapidly. As such, please understand that the information that I share at this point in time will need to be updated frequently as new information becomes available. The CSDE building in Hartford remains open. However, at this time, most of our team is working from home. Our required responsibilities for the BSC remain. However, our team has devoted most of our attention to supporting students, families, and educators during the COVID-19 cancellation of classes. Throughout the last several weeks, the State Department of Education and Bureau of Special Education have released guidance and resources to support educators and families during this health crisis. The CSDE has a designated webpage to providing COVID-19 resources for families and educators, which can be easily accessed using the web address on the bottom of your screen. This is the hub of all information, resources, and guidance released from the CSDE, organized into 3 categories: resources to support student learning during school closures due to COVID-19, resources for families, and resources for educators. The first section contains 3 volumes of the CSDE resources to support student learning during school closures due to COVID-19, each with a different focus. Volume 1 contains content-specific resources to support student learning, organized by both discipline and grade band. Volume 2 contains expanded content-specific resources and general resources to support remote learning. Volume 3 contains resources around student data privacy, grading practices, assessment, professional learning, and additional content resources to support remote learning. The CSDE has developed a professional support series for families and a professional support series for districts, which are included at the top of those sections of this webpage. A link to today's webinar recording, presentation, and resource list will be posted to those professional support series web pages. The BSC also has a dedicated web page to providing special education guidance and resources for COVID-19 for special education leaders, school personnel, and families, which can be easily accessed using the web address at the bottom of your screen. This is the hub of all information, resources, and guidance released from the BSC. BSC guidance can be found at the very top of this page. Additionally, this web page is organized into 3 categories: resources for school district and special education leaders, resources for educators, and resources for families. Resources for school, district, and special education leaders provides links to information and resources in 5 subcategories: federal guidance, CSDE and state guidance and resources, Bureau of Special Education guidance and resources, professional learning opportunities, and additional resources. Resources for educators provides links to information and resources in 7 subcategories: federal guidance, CSDE and state resources, talking with children about COVID-19, accessibility resources, professional learning opportunities, related services and telepractice resources, and additional resources. Resources for families provides links to information and resources in 4 subcategories: federal guidance, CSDE and state resources, talking with children about COVID-19, and additional support for families. In addition to being posted on the CSDE Professional Support Series web pages, a link to the resource list being shared with you today will be posted to the BSE COVID-19 page. During statewide school classroom closures, school districts are required to provide special education and related services, which includes transition services identified in a student's individualized education program, IEP, developed pursuant to the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, to the greatest extent possible. For transition age students, this means offering transition services to assist the student in reaching their postsecondary goals, which are based upon age-appropriate transition assessments related to postsecondary education or training and employment, and if appropriate, independent living skills. The resource list, Secondary Transition Resources during the COVID-19 pandemic, includes activities and resources related to providing continued educational opportunities and the provision of transition services during this unprecedented time. The resource list is organized into 9 sections, each with links and information, activities, and resources to support educators, families, and students navigate continued educational opportunities and the provision of transition services. These are meant to be a supplement to the existing continued educational opportunities, which have been developed and individualized for each student based upon their unique needs. Please note, the websites and links from this resource are meant for informational purposes only and have not been officially approved or endorsed by the Connecticut State Department of Education. The first section, COVID-19 Resources for Schools, Educators, and Families, provides links to information, resources, and guidance developed by the Bureau of Special Education, the Connecticut State Department of Education, the State of Connecticut, and the U.S. Department of Education, USDOE. The second section, General Information about COVID-19, provides links to the information and resources provided by the state of Connecticut and the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, about COVID-19. Additionally, you will find a link to a plain language booklet on COVID-19 information by and for people with disabilities, which is also available in Spanish. The third section, Additional COVID-19 Resources, provides links to COVID-19 information, activities, resources, and previously recorded webinars. Please note, links to the recorded webinars, presentation slides, and handouts are included on this resource list, which were compiled or developed by some of our national partners, including the National Center on Accessible Educational Materials, the Council for Exceptional Children, the Center on Positive Behavioral Intervention and Supports, the Educating All Learners Alliance, the National Center for Systemic Improvement, the National Deaf Center, NDC, the National Technical Assistance Center on Transition, NTACT, the Transition Coalition, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, Interagency Autism Coordinating Committee, and the Workforce Innovation Technical Assistance Center, WINTAC. The fourth section, Career and Technical Education, CTE resources, provides links to COVID-19 information, activities, and resources compiled or developed by a few of our CTE partners, including the Association for Career and Technical Education, ACTE, the National Center for College and Career Transitions, and the National Career Development Association. The fifth section, Secondary Transition, General and Instructional Resources, provides links to the following information, activities, resources, and online e-learning modules. The CSDE BSE Secondary Transition, Planning from School to Adult Life webpage. Connectability, a distance learning initiative managed by the Connecticut Department of Aging and Disability Services. Khan Academy's College, Careers, and More course, a free online course to explore the college admissions process, to navigate careers, and to learn about personal finance and entrepreneurship. Envision It, a free, evidence-based, standards-aligned college and career readiness curriculum developed by the Neisanger Center at Ohio State University, available on Schoology, Google Classroom via Google Drive, and Canvas via Commons. NTACT Lesson Plan Starters. NTACT has developed these lesson plan starters to teach academic, employment, and independent living skills from the high-quality intervention studies reviewed by the center. FYI Transition, a website designed for students, families, and professionals in the field of transition from school to work, which offers 6 online courses sponsored by the HHS Administration on Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities and the Florida Developmental Disabilities Council, Inc. And Transitional Educational Resources, a list of resources compiled and/or created by the Zaro Center for Learning Enrichment at the University of Oklahoma. The sixth section, Transition Assessment and Planning Resources, provides links to age-appropriate transition assessments, as well as links to information and resources that will assist in career exploration and planning, including conversation starters developed by the American School Counselor Association, Career Clusters Interest Survey, available on the ACTE webpage, which is also available in Spanish, career exploration videos compiled by the Indiana Secondary Transition Resource Center at Indiana University, Bloomington. My Future, a website designed to help young adults plan their next steps in life by bringing together the most recently available information about colleges, careers, and military service opportunities from the U.S. Departments of Commerce, Defense, Education, and Labor, allowing young adults to explore all possibilities and gain insight into each option. Youthhood.org, a free research-based web-based curriculum designed for young adults to help plan for life after high school. Ag Explorer, a robust, comprehensive career resource to help students explore the broad range of careers within the industry of agriculture, developed by the National FFA and Discovery Education. My Next Move, What Do You Want to Do for a Living? An interactive tool for job seekers and students to learn more about their career options, including the tasks, skills, and salary information for over 900 different careers, developed by the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration, USDOL ETA, and the National Center for ONET Development, ONET, which is also available in Spanish. Quick Book of Transition Assessments, compiled by the Transition Assessment Liaison Project, and Transition Assessment Websites, compiled by the Zaro Center. The seventh section, Post-Secondary Education or Training Resources, provides links to the following information and resources. College Navigator, a free informational tool designed to help consumers get information about over 7,000 post-secondary institutions in the U.S., sponsored by the Institute of Educational Sciences, National Center for Education Statistics. Making My Way Through College, a guide for any student pursuing a degree or other type of credential at a 2-year or 4-year community college, or university, developed by the National Collaborative for Workforce and Disability for Youth, NCWD Youth. Differences between secondary and post-secondary education, compiled by NTACT. Think College's College Search, a directory on 293 college programs for students with intellectual disability. Going to College, a resource designed for high school students to help them get a head start in planning for college, developed by the Virginia Commonwealth University, VCU, Rehabilitation Research and Training Center, through a grant from the U.S. DOE Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services. And Get Ready for College, a resource for teens with disabilities. A free series of lessons, each focusing on a different aspect in the college preparation, selection, and disability services process, developed by the VCU Center on Transition Innovations. The 8th section, Employment Resources, provides links to the following information and resources. Career Finder, a career exploration tool that helps students make academic and career decisions based on what truly drives them, created by the College Board and Road Trip Nation. Labor market information for job seekers, a Connecticut Department of Labor, CTDOL website to help you evaluate options based on your own interest, likes, and dislikes. Today's youth, tomorrow's workforce, a CTDOL website designed to help young people explore career interests, career options, and the world of work. Job Accommodations Network, a website to learn about and explore possible workplace accommodations. The Job Center at youthhood.org, a website that provides information, resources, games, and videos for teens to learn about jobs and explore careers. Resume Generator through Read, Write, Think, an online tool that guides students through the creation of a resume. Pocket Resume, a pocket-sized resume easy to use for job applications developed by the Transition Coalition. Occupational Outlook Handbook, a career guide providing information on hundreds of occupations which can be browsed by occupation groups, salary, required training and education, on-the-job tasks, projected number of new jobs, and projected growth rate, developed by the U.S. DOL, Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Career One Stop, your source for career exploration, training, and jobs, developed by the U.S. DOL ETA. Career Cluster Videos. These videos are organized by career cluster and show the types of work people do in nearly 550 careers, which are also available in Spanish. Developed by the U.S. DOL ETA. My Skills, My Future, an online tool to help you explore careers that may be a good match for your skills. Also developed by the U.S. DOL ETA. Workforce GPS, an online technical assistance website for workforce professionals, educators, and business leaders to help create innovative approaches to improve the employment prospects of job seekers. Also developed by the U.S. DOL ETA. ONET Online, a comprehensive tool for career exploration and job analysis, which contains self-directed career exploration and assessment tools. ONET Ability Profiler, ONET Interest Profiler, and ONET Work Importance Locator, developed by ONET under the sponsorship of the U.S. DOL ETA. Youth Rules, Preparing the 21st Century Workforce, an initiative to promote positive and safe work experiences for teens, developed by the U.S. DOL Wage and Hour Division. And Explore Work, Start Mapping Your Future, an online training to help teens explore their talents and create a plan for their future, developed by WinTAC, which includes a link to an online module to provide professionals with an overview of this tool. The ninth and final section, Independent Living Skills Resources, provides links to the following information and resources. Got Transition, Center for Healthcare Transition Improvement, a federally funded national resource center aimed at improving transition from pediatric to adult healthcare through the use of new and innovative strategies for healthcare professionals and youth and families. DeafVerse, a game designed to teach self-advocacy skills developed by NDC. The 411 on Disability Disclosure, a workbook for youth with disabilities, developed by NCWD Youth. This workbook and companion videos, also included in the resource list, were designed for youth and the adults working with them to learn about disability disclosure and help them make informed decisions about whether or not to disclose. Take Charge of Your Money, an Introduction to Financial Capability, a brief by NCWD Youth to help students learn some of the basics of earning, saving and investing, spending, borrowing, and protecting their money. Sense and Sensibility, a Guide to Money Management, a financial education booklet developed by the Pennsylvania Assistive Technology Foundation to help students understand how to manage your money so that your money doesn't manage you, which is also available in Spanish. Self-Advocacy Online, a series of videos to teach self-advocacy skills developed by the Research and Training Center on Community Living at the University of Minnesota. Skills to Pay the Bills, Mastering Soft Skills for Workplace Success, a curriculum developed by the U.S. DOL Office of Disability Employment Policy, focused on teaching soft or workplace readiness skills to youth. I'm Determined, a state-directed project funded by the Virginia Department of Education, focused on providing instruction, models, and opportunities to practice skills associated with self-determined behavior. And Me, Lessons for Teaching Self-Awareness and Self-Advocacy, a 10-lesson curriculum aimed at teaching critical transition knowledge and skills to high school students with disabilities, as well as transition bell ringers, which are derived from the Me lessons and designed to be short journaling activities, which are both developed by the Zorro Center. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope you were able to learn about an activity or resource you can use to support your efforts as you navigate continued educational opportunities and the provision of transition services during this unprecedented time. I wish you and your family health and happiness during this trying time. Be safe, stay hopeful, stay positive, and remember, we are all in this together.